U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops applauds the Biden administration's decision to allow more refugees into the United States. The Bishops' Committee on Migration calls it a step in the right direction to help those who need it most. White House Correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen?
Tracy, good evening. President Joe Biden has raised that refugee cap from 15,000 to 62,500 in the current fiscal year. But the Bishops' Committee on Migration wants to see those numbers even higher.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki discussing the administration's new refugee cap numbers, just raised after receiving harsh criticism.
He wanted to eliminate any lingering doubt from any refugee across the world that the United States wasn't a country that would welcome refugees in to apply.
For fiscal year 2022, which starts in October, the aim is even higher, 125,000 refugees from places like Somalia, Syria, and Yemen. The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops Committee on Migration said that number is, quote, a figure more consistent with our values and capabilities as a nation. The committee also wrote, we are in the midst of the greatest forced displacement crisis of our lifetime and know that there are more than 26 million refugees worldwide and more than 47 million people who are internally displaced. It is imperative that we act now to ensure the safety of these individuals and their families.
This is not just a federal government or U.S. government effort. There are so many organizations who play incredible roles.
But the administration also admitted it will not meet the new 62,500 cap by September, blaming the pandemic in part. Meanwhile,
today, 2 months until July 4th,
on the COVID-19 front, July 4th, mark it down. That's when President Biden wants 70% of U.S. adults to have at least one shot. And he wants kids ages 12 to 15 to get vaccinated too, in time for school this fall.
So my hope is that if the vaccine is authorized, parents will take advantage of it and get their kids vaccinated.
Now back to that refugee cap being increased. The Bishop Committee on Migration also wrote in their letter, quote, the Catholic Church teaches that every person is created in God's image and must be valued, protected, and respected for the inherent dignity that he or she possesses. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.